Hey guys, Zero here again with another unboxing. This one's pretty cool. I've been waiting to do this for a while. I just picked this up, finally. This was the final component to my Death Guard army. I knew I wanted this model. I knew I wanted it. You know, as soon as they announced it, I've been wanting a Death Guard army since, you know, the late 90s, early 2000s. You know, I always thought that was a cool concept for a Chaos army. I mean, you know, you close your eyes and you see that coming towards you. That's pretty freaky and pretty scary. So it was a cool concept to me, and I'm glad that in the 8th edition, finally, GW realized that this was a valuable, you know, resource. And this is the Warhammer 40k Death Guard Mortarion, Demon Primarch of Nurgle. And just the fact that excuse me, just the fact that it is a Primarch, you know, I mean, I know 30k was released not too long ago and they had the Primarchs in there, and Forge World made a ton of them, but you know, I love Forge World. I love what they do. I don't like their pricing system, and I've spoken out about this before, and I'm going to talk about that again here. I don't like their pricing system. I don't think that it's right that they charge us a shit ton of money over here in America for their product, and they know damn well that we buy a lot of their shit. You know, they know damn well we spend a lot of money. You know, I've gone to conventions where they've been there, and it's been like nothing but Americans just buying up their shit. You know, and knowing it's like way overpriced, but they buy it anyway. But nonetheless, they had a Mortarion Primarch. I could have gotten that as my Primarch, but when I saw the model, I was just like, I fell in love with this model immediately. Just the immense amount of detail in a plastic kit. And again, this is from Games Workshop, so to me it was like, yo, that's you know, amazing what they're doing now with models. You know, when I saw the Imperial Knights, I was like, holy crap, we're at that scale. You know, the Gargants, the Eldar Wraith Knights, I mean, just models like that are like awesome. And I know a lot of people are like, oh no, it's getting big and whatever. No, dude, when you look at the scale of these things and you look at the, you know, you compare them to your standard troops, your Imperial Guardsmen, for Christ's sake, you know what I'm saying? Like, my buddy Rob just picked up, you know, I just got him some Imperial Guard for Christmas, and here looking at the sprues, and they are tiny. You know, I've been painting Space Marines, I've been painting Tyranid for a long time, and I just assumed everything was that size. You know, and even when you look at the Tyranid, the gaunts, they're big compared to Guardsmen. If a gaunt stood up, it'd be taller than a Guardman. You know, and this guy is just another one of those things where the scale is just huge. My only beef with this guy and his scale is he's about the same size as Guilliman? Guilliman? I think that's how you pronounce it. But the thing is, he's up in the air. He's on all these tattered ribbons and, you know, robes here. My beef with that is you've already got these huge wings, this huge wingspan. That's a huge part of the model. People are going to see that no matter where you put it on the table. Unless you have 12-inch scenery, this guy's going to be spotted no matter where he is. Plus the fact that he's off the ground at least 2 inches, 2.5 inches, you're going to be hard-pressed to hide this guy or get this guy cover at all. So, you know, you're going to be using him in a whole different way than you use most of your other models. At least that's my thought. I mean, I played a lot of games with big models, and it's like, that guy got chewed up because there was no place for him to hide. I mean, example, back to the Tyranid, their Zoanthropes, their warriors, their first Broodlord, they're all standing up so tall, there's nowhere for them to hide. You can't hide them behind. And they're normal size figures. Like the Zoanthropes are considered normal, and now they're large. The warriors are normal size too, but they're so tall, you can't hide them anywhere. You can't put them behind cover that would cover a Space Marine because, you know, it's not going to work. We got this little, it's got this double tongue thing here. So you open that. Oh, is there a second box? Feels like there's a second box. No. There is literally a second piece here, but no second box. That's so weird. There's a picture on it. Alright, I'm gonna get this out and see. That is so freaking weird. Yeah, it's like there's a second box in there, but it's not. It's like a fake box. Sorry about that. That just blew my mind out. I know, like Magnus the Red had a second sleeve in there. Like you could actually pull out the outside, and there was a sleeve in there for him. That guy does not have one, I guess. All right, so here we have Mortarion's instructions. Beautiful color picture. I mean, this guy just looks beastly. And they're the brand new instructions, so they got the full color, where to put the glue, things like that. That's pretty cool. I mean, kind of helps when you're putting all these multi-parts together, but it's not something. I mean, most modelers will be able to figure it out. You know, you show us where it's supposed to go, and we put it where it's supposed to go. I mean, plus the instructions from back in the day are so minimalist. And then there you have his rules in multiple languages, 5 different languages, and then you have his paint scale. Like for this specific one, I won't be painting him that way though. Hopefully I'll be able to get him in a nice green and bone color. Zoom in for you guys. Too much. So here's his wings, his robes, his side pieces there. There's part of the base, which I thought was kind of cool. They give you some basing stuff. I could take it or leave it. I get it because it's part of the actual model and it helps him stabilize and stuff like that. But most of my Death Guard are on urban rubble bases. So for me, it's, you know, it's kind of like, I'll just have to decorate it a certain way, put some more junk on there. And here's the second sprue. There's his big Sith. Bunch of shoulder parts. Let's see. You guys can see those pieces. So I had a bit of an interesting issue with Mortarion. A little bit of purchasing issues and hunting problems, which is why I waited so long to pick this model up. There's his base. I'll do another quick close-up of the sprue. I apologize. So I was looking online for him. I actually picked up Magnus the Red. And story with Magnus the Red is I found him on eBay for $90. Now I know that's not what he normally costs, but the guy actually put in the description that the box was opened. You know, he opened it to build it. He never built it, and then it became a display, and he just sat it there, and then finally realized, okay, you know, it's just time to get rid of it. So he put a huge discount because it was an open box. So I jumped on it. I was like, $90, dude, for a Primarch. That's what's up, you know. And I was like, you know, like I said, I was in the process of, I knew I was going to pick up Mortarion. I knew that, because, you know, my Death Guard were my primary Chaos Force. But I also have a small Thousand Sons contingent, and I also have a Chaos Undivided, you know, because I had old models that I just figured, you know what, might as well utilize them, make them. And my biggest goal with this army was to make it apocalypse worthy, so that I could run against my buddy Rob's Dark Angels. And if you guys saw that video, you know Rob has a shit ton of Dark Angels. So back to the story. I was looking for Mortarion. I knew I was going to buy him, but I was waiting to see if I could get him a little cheaper, you know. And he was about 120 on the internet for the most part. Most places had him about 120, free shipping. It's not bad, not considering when you're paying like 165 on Games Workshop site or more at other places. Like my local gaming shop had him for like 145, and I was just kind of like, nah, like I can't run with that. So I just waited. I saw him online for about 90 bucks. And I don't know what it was, guys. I went against my rules, my purchasing rules. I saw it. I was like, 90 bucks. I looked at the description and the guy said, well, I feel like everybody deserves a break. And I was like, yo, that's what's up. So I click and bought. You know, I was excited. I'm Mortarion. I'm finally going to get him, you know, whatever. And so I'm waiting, you know, the package just on its way, watching the tracking and all that cool shit. And then this came in the mail. Now, those of you who've purchased from China know exactly what this is, because all your boxes come exactly the same way. I saw it and I was like, I didn't order anything from China. I did not get any recasts. What the fuck is this? So sure enough, I opened it up, and lo and behold, Mortarion in resin, recasted. Now, needless to say, you know, or suffice it to say, I was pissed, and I, you know, if you've watched my other videos, you know I actually have a ton of, I have recasts. I don't have a problem buying recasts. My issue was that I initially assumed I was buying the actual kit, which is what I wanted for this figure. I did not want the recast. I didn't even know they made recasts of Mortarion, to be dead honest. I mean, and this is, they actually recasted sprues, man. Like they went all out. They didn't, you know, the details pretty good. Matter of fact, let's take a quick look. We're gonna take a quick look at the detail in this kit. So, looks like this wing here is this one here. You can tell by the little cherub there, or whatever that is. A little thing there. Looks like Zulu balls. So there's a detail on the wing. Okay. It's actually done really well. As far as a recast goes, I have to admit, this was done extremely well. This is actually probably the best recast I have ever gotten. But it didn't change the fact that I was sent a recast. And I you know, it's it's my fault for not checking where it was coming from. You know, I just got excited, clicked, because it was free shipping. I was like, yep, I'm gonna get this guy, and I ordered him. So I was so frustrated. Not only did I not build this model, I couldn't. My wife was like, well, just contact the guy. Excuse me. And I was like, it's China. You can't. You're not gonna. There's no contacting the guy. You know, unless you order it specifically from one of their websites. And usually there's no refund. They just kind of like, well, we'll either give you credit or we'll do something else. I was frustrated with this product. So I held off a little bit on Mortarion. And I wound up picking this up at my local gaming shop, or not local, but Games Plus, because I had been out there picking up you know, whenever I was out there, I went and grabbed some paints or, you know, whatever, you know. I don't really buy a lot from there because it's a bit pricey, but I do when I can. I go and I'll get some stuff. Eventually, I built up my tickets and I got like a 10% discount. I actually built it up a couple times, so I had a big discount, so I wound up picking him up from there because I was like, well, it's the same as the internet prices, except I have it right now. So I picked him up. So the resin kit, I'm not going to sell it on eBay because I feel like I'd be perpetuating that issue. Again, I don't have a problem buying them. I don't have a problem, you know, with people owning clones of models, especially if it's cutting your cost. You know what I mean? You got to do what's right for you financially. You know, I'll probably sell it to somebody on like a forum or something, and that way I can be as honest as possible and say, hey, this is a recast. You know, don't be disillusioned by the price. And I'm gonna sell it for less than what I got it for or what I paid for it, because I feel like if I had known that that was a recast, I would not have paid that much money for it. It's only $20 off or $30 off of the cost of this guy initially. So I would not have, I wouldn't have done that. I was like, it wasn't that great of a discount when you actually do the math for recasts. You know, I was kind of like, damn, if I'd have known, you know what I'm saying? 90 for one of these guys. I had just bought Magnus the Red. I was like, yo, that's a legit price. But you know, you got me, internet, and that's one of those risks you take when you're buying stuff like this, you know, off the internets. There's a lot of stuff there on the internet. But anyways, that's Mortarion, the Demon Primarch of Nurgle, the Warhammer 40k Death Guard army. I really like this model. I'm glad I picked it up finally. And again, this is the final piece to the puzzle of my Death Guard army. You know, I may pick up some Forge World flyers, you know, another, like a Fire Raptor, and maybe, I was thinking about getting a Plague Hulk, but I don't know. I'm on the fence about a Plague Hulk. So, we'll see. But that's my Mortarion story. You know, just wanted to share that with you guys. Cool kit. You know, definitely worth the wait. I'm excited to put him together and get him out there and see what they do, you know. Primarchs, you know, that's the beginning of every chapter, so that's pretty cool. It's cool that they have them. I'm hoping that they do some Loyalist Primarch soon, you know, get some Lehman Russ, Lionel Johnson, get those guys out there. That'd be pretty cool. But anyway, that's my Mortarion unboxing. Hopefully I can get this guy built soon and maybe do something on that. Do a size comparison with him, Magnus the Red, and some of the knights and stuff that I got. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Hey guys, I just did a quick look, and I did want to show you guys that the Mortarion box did have an actual, that's a sleeve. It's got this cool box with the artwork, and then another picture of him, of course. But yeah, I did some looking. I pulled apart the box and I found that guy. Anyway, there you go. There was a box inside. Thanks for watching, guys.